speaking of continue, and this is really an important. We will see a lot of examples on that area. So I hope that you are following me, how the continue statement will execute, and how they are going to work out. All these things I am going to write it. So I hope students, you people understand continue statement. Online students, is it clear? Let me go to the while loop also I will show you. While loop also I will take up. So let me go to the while loop. This is we are in the third level examples of looping we are talking. So statement 2.py, continue statement example 2.py, carry this example to put it across and 2.py, and I'm using while loop here. So by using while loop, and while loop you must be little careful. When while loop comes, what is the first thing you need to take it? Initialization. This points you remember it. I less than len of yes you remember, and print of what I'm saying, and simply something like what? Yes of I you are writing it. Yes of I. And you are writing immediately I is equal to I plus 1 you are taking. I is equal to I plus 1 you are taking. I am from else part of the loop, and my requirement is next to display pyhon. What to do now? Same to same I will carry. Same to same I will carry. In this place I will write it. In this place I will write it. So here I am writing F. So yes, I will write it. And I'm writing the condition here. What is the condition? S of I is equal to what you know? Come on. T. I wrote it as T. And I will take it as what? Continue statement. Continue statement. And print statement I wrote it as it is like that. And I is equal to I plus 1 I wrote it. Even you can write this statement under which one you can write it? Else also you can write it. So why should I waste my time of writing simply else? I can write like this also. But why to waste my time of writing like that? Comma end is equal to some spacing I will write it. So I think you are following me. Now here the point is you'll get one problem. So S of I is equal to T. So let us start the flow here. Let us start the flow. So I'm going to take a PYTHON is my given input. For the first value 0, 0 less than 6 it is going to be true. 0 less than 6 is going to be true, and it is going to be called something like first S of 0 is called what? P. P is equal to what? T. It is called false. Coming to where? Else part, print that I P value and giving the spacing, and then I is equal to I plus 1. Going to this 1, 1 less than 6 it is true. S of 1 is equal to T is called what? Y. Y is printed. That is false. It is printed Y. I is equal to I plus 1. It is called 2. 2 less than 6 is called true. S of 2. S of 2 is called what? T. T is equal to T is called what? True. Continue. When it says continue, it will go to where? Back only. What is the value of I? Still it is called 2 only. So when continue is coming, other statements will not execute now. It is going to be continued. When it continues, it is still value is called 2 only. It is going to display, it will stop the execution when display py. It will not go to the further. Students, so now let us continue. Online students, am I audible now? Am I audible now, all of you? Let us move to the further. S of I is equal to t, and the t will be this. Before, when the t comes, it is going to just say t1 continue. It will be just 2 only. 2 less than always. After displaying py, cursor is not moving further. So let us output you see. Here we are going to get only py is coming. Rest of the answer is not coming. Did you understand the reason for it? The reason is it is just continuing here only infinitely without incrementing the I value. Without incrementing the I value. So what to do for that? So I'm going to take up I will, if I write I is equal to I plus 1, that will not execute. If I write I is equal to I plus 1, same answer will come. So when you say continue, it will continue from there, it will go back. It won't come to the next line. You should not write it here. So where should I write it? So here I can write it. It is not recommended to write, not recommended to write, not recommended to write, not recommended to write. Why? Because it won't execute. It won't execute the statement which is written after continue. So I need to write in where I plus is equal to 1. I plus is equal to 1. What is that? I plus is equal to 1. I is equal to I plus 1. Shorthand operator. Now the answer will be coming. So I hope that answer is coming. PYHON is coming. I hope that this is a very important, especially this type of coding. They will give you in the interview point of view. They will give you in the interview point of view or in MCQ's point of view. They will ask you the output of it. They will ask you the output of that. What will be the output of this code? They will say. When you know complete concept of this entire thing, then only you can understand. Otherwise, there is no question of understanding that, because a lot of students nowadays, they don't know what will be the output of the coding, because they don't know the concept. First of all, how while loop will be, how while loop will be, how if statement will be, how continue statement, like that. So coming to the point of it, this is going to be an important aspect. Are you able to follow now? Right. Dear students, once you come to the point back to next level, this approach you can do as far as continue is concerned. In Python, there is no that much importance. Sir, why? Because we have one small statement called what? Pause. In C language, there is an importance for a continue, but in Python, there is no importance for a continue. I can use which statement also? Pause. Just to look at that, I will write this statement. The same program, I will go to the first program using for loop. Because why we are writing is because you are going to get this type of questions in the interview point of view. What our students got it, I am trying to share with you. So look at that. Continue statement example 3.py. There I am going to write it. 3.py I am taking. There I am going to write it. Program for demonstrating. Program for demonstrating continue state. Need of pause without using without using what? Continue statement. I am writing pass statement example. So pass statement example 1.py. Of course, I don't want to use what statement? Continue statement. Sir, how it is? Carry, sir. Now I'm going to take up, here I'm going to take up. Don't write this continue statement at all. First understand the flow. Here you written what? Continue. So what I do today, I will remove. Continue statement is comes under indentation block of this colon or not. Today I'm not interested to write what? Continue. C language continue importance is there. Java continue is there. Python continue not necessary to use it, because alternative solution I'm writing. Pass. But whenever you write a continue without continue, when you say pass, definitely you need to write what? Else statement you need to write it. Else part you need to write it. Are you following? I just said pass. What is the meaning of pass? Already you know. Once again I am saying. Start the flow. What is the value of yes? What is the value of yes here? S is equal to Python. Yes. So CH is called what? P. P is equal to T. False. Go to else part. Execute this indentation. Go back. What is the value of CH? Y. Y is equal to T. False. Execute. Go to the next. T. T is equal to T. True. And true means what? Sparse means what? Ignore the indentation block. Ignore the indentation block and go to the top of the loop only. So pass is a keyword which instructs the Python compiler and PVM not to consider the indentation block or ignore the indentation block or bypass the indentation block, and it is going to be, since it is written inside the loop, it will go to the loop again. Are you able to understand? Try to run this and you will be getting the same output. So is it necessary to write a continue statement? No need. No need. Even in while loop also same thing. Let us go to the continue statement example. Here I am going to write it. Past statement, of course. Here I will write it. Continue statement example 4.py. Because in the file name you will get it. Past statement you will get it. 4.py. Let it be file name you take it. Where I am going to write it. Past statement example 2.py. So here I am going to write it. Done. Here I am going to write it. 2.py. There I am going to write it. 4.py. 2.py. You try to carry students and try to post it here. So there I am going to write it what? This you try to remove it and you try to take out that. Here I am writing with while loop I am saying here 4.py right on the top of it. So this I am going to eliminate same to same. Here we are using past statement. Here you come. Simply I will write what? I is equal to I plus 1. While loop I am writing. Here I wrote it. I is equal to I plus 1. When t comes, I am saying simply called what? Pass. Here, what I should write it? When there is certain statement to be written, you cannot write what? Pass. You cannot write pass. See, I am removing the continuous statement. When I say simply pass, what you are writing here? I plus is equal to 1, you are writing it. And don't write this now. Whenever I write that, you will get syntax error. What is that syntax error? While pass says what? No indentation block. But you are writing what? Indentation block. That will give you definitely syntax error or not. Look at the syntax error here. Look at the syntax error. So indentation error is a problem. So you wrote pass, but you are writing this kind of thing. This is going to be an error. That's why in this case, you try to write like this. No problem. Don't write I pass also. Don't write pass statement also. Try to run this now. What is happening? PYHON coming or not? Did you understand? So here I did not write pass. Here I did not write even continue statement also. So continue statement is only certain time only you will use it. Lot of examples I will tell you right now, don't worry. Is it clear? So here no past statement, no continue statement. And if you know the subject very well, you can do very perfectly. It doesn't mean that continue is there, I will use continue statement, not like that. If you really need it, you write it. But in Python is concerned, I don't find that or nobody will find that any specific importance of what? Continue. Able to get it? So here, suppose next last and final. I want to go for printing. I want to go for printing certain letters only. Which letters I want to print it? Look at that. Last example I will carry 3.5.py. I'll carry this statement. Here I will go to 5.py. Here I'm pasting it 5.py. I'm writing. There I'm writing requirement for displaying py, py, H1, HN I want to display. PYHN I want to display. PYHN. That means what? When T comes, don't display. When O comes, don't display. What to display? When P, Y, come on. H, N is coming, you display. When T and O is coming, you don't display. How do you write it? When H is equal to T, or I will write it, or what? CH is equal to what? I will write it. That time I will write what? Continue. So here I am using what? Compound condition I am using. Compound condition. Try to run it. PYHN is coming. This is called one thing. This same thing you can write with what? Like this also you can write it. Last and final. And why I am saying these many logics? There is no need to use any continuous statement. Especially this is the one. But break statement is most useful, student. So 6.py, go to that. 5 you copy and you can write like this also. You can write, of course, that is you already know that. ch in, I'm writing. Membership operator I'm using. ch in, what is that? What are the letters? T, comma what? O. T, ch in TO. Any one of the letter is present in there. You say what? Continue. If not in, you will go forward printing the data. Are you getting the data or not? This is a way how you can use continue statement. Clear or not clear? Clear. Shall we move to the further? Right. So one more example I want to tell you. Online students, is it clear for all of you? Is this concept is clear? Write it. Now I'm going to introduce one more small example here and a continue statement related example only I want to tell you. Anjanelu, you asked about where we can use exactly what do you call, continue statement. So I'm remembering that. Try to follow, try to follow. I'm going to say already by this time you have to get it. So once again, I'm going to tell you. So no, you asked about the usage. We are using continue statement inside the loop only, no doubt in that. Now I'm going to enter into the 7.py. Shall we take this now? So let us go to the need of continue statement. One more example I'm going to take up. 7.py. So simple 7.py. There I'm going to take up LST is equal to the values are 10, minus 20, 30, 40, minus 50, minus 60, and minus 30, 35, and then minus 67. And I'm going to take it minus 12, and then 0, and then 14. So somebody is asking display only positive values. Of course, I don't need a continue statement, but if at all you are interested, you can use it. So I'm filtering my data. So how do you take only positive values? Only positive values. Come on. For value in LST. First value, what is the 10? Positive. Display. What is the minus 20? Negative. Continue. You have to use continue. Next is, so continue means what? Don't print. 30. Positive, print it. Minus 40, print it. Minus 50, continue. Minus 60, continue. 55, printer. Minus 67, continue. Minus 12, continue. 0, continue. 14, printer. Like that. So how do you write it? If value, if value, come on, less than 0, less than or equal to what? 0. I simply say what? Continue. I simply say continue. Otherwise, what? I say backslash t. I'll write it here. Dot format of what is this now? Value. Dot format of value. I'll say as usual. So simply else part of the for loop. That is not necessary because in the beginning stages only I used to tell and close this bracket. I hope that you are writing print of what we are doing now. List of which values? Positive values. Positive values we got it. List of positive values we got it. So I hope students you understood positive values. So let us run this code. Go to the place. Now I got only positive values. If at all you are interested to print what values? Negative values also if you want to print, no problem. You can write it. Come on, how do you write it? Same to same. Here I will carry. You only tell me how do you write this code? So list of what? Negative values you tell me. For value in where? LST. For value in LST. If a value greater than 0, value greater than or equal to 0, what do you do? Continue. If value greater than or equal to 0, continue. Continue. What do you do next? Value, VAL, continue. So next I will do what? Else I will write it, or I will write it simply what? Come on. Value I can write it. Simply this statement I can write it. You can write something like this. Try to run this code. Try to run this code. Here I'm going to write it. Execute. So I got what values? Negative values I got it. Here positive values I got it. But zero value I am not getting. Here I said continue. Here also I said continue. Without using this continue statement also you can do happily. What is this now? Pause. Don't write continue statement, but write what? Else. Try to take else part here. Because pause means not even considering indentation will be, and it will trying to execute other statement. Try to execute it, you'll get the same negative values itself. So I think students, so coming to the place of it, we are supposed to execute. What will be that? To use continue statement, some requirement is available. Some requirement is available. I think you are understanding how to print positive values, how to print a negative values with a continuous statement. Here with a continuous statement, here we used what? Pause statement. Clear up? Right. So done. Continuous statement done. Now this continuous statement is not one day topic. It is a continuous statement in all the things here. So go to the next further things I want to get it. So this student who is this, Ritesh is asking one question. So what is his doubt? I don't understand. So I want to see his doubt. So certain doubts require some reason. How to print zero? What is my data? First of all, I will look into that. What is my data here? I will take it. So here I am going to use it. If doubt, I will keep it. This is my data. How to print 0, 10, 30, 40, 35, 14. So 0, next is what? 10, 30, 40, 35, and 14. Simple. Already said. What you should remove? Remove less than 0. If that type of doubts is coming, it's a very danger. It's a very danger. Are you getting this? Are you getting that? This is something like printing positive value including 0. But his intention is to print what? 0 first. That is not the requirement at all. So that is not the requirement at all. Only positive values will be coming. That is coming across. Okay. No? So, okay, Ritesh. So I think you are understanding about concept of what? Hmm. Concept of what? Continue statement. And pause statement is also you understood. And this written statement you will come across in the topic name called what? Next topic we are discussing of the fourth level. Functions concept is going to come. There we are going to come across what is the written statement. Written statement importance coming start from where? Functions onwards, but not in the looping statement. This part I will explain in the functions, which is the next chapter after this transfer flow statements are over. Okay, now shall we go for next examples? Right. Online students. So I hope that continue statement is more clear, and break and continue statements are clear. But pause also you understood from the beginning days onwards. Now write down, open your notes. Write a Python program. Write a Python program. Write a Python program. Write a Python program. Write a Python program which will read, which will read important models I am introducing. Write a Python program which will read n values from keyboard, n values from keyboard, which will read n values from keyboard dynamically, n values from keyboard dynamically, n values from keyboard dynamically, and display those values, and display those dynamic values, and display those dynamic values, display those dynamic values. Very, very important model. this is a very important. See here in our programming, I took the list of values, static values I took it, fixed values I took it, but I need what? Dynamic number of values to read. That is a question. Here I took it, how many values? Some number of values I took. It is a fixed. If I run my code, always same output will be coming. But I don't want that. I want a dynamic number of reading values I want to read. Very, very important. So I will go to reading values concept. I'm going to take it. So let us go for continue statement. I will post the notes for you and continue statement notes I will show you for a minute. You just observe students. So I will go to transfer flow statements. There is a continue statement is available. There is a continue statement. Try to look at that. Continue is a keyword. Continue statement is used for making the PVM to go to the top of the loop without executing the following statements which are written after a continue statement for that current iteration only. Continue statement to be used always inside of the loops. When we use continue statement inside the loop, when else part of the corresponding also executes, provided loop condition becomes false. When loop is becoming false, it is executing. And of course, in the continue statement, loop is becoming false only. What is the syntax here? For variable name in iterable object, one condition I am using, continue statement. See, these are the statements written after where? Continue statement. When continue is coming, it will go to the top of the loop only without executing the statements written after what? Continue statement. So for if, and this is going to be taken like this, statement 1, statement 2, statement 2, statement 1, statement 2, statement n. These are called followed by what? If related other statements in the program. So I hope you are understanding. Next, while loop. While test condition, if test condition continue. These are the statements written after a continue statement. Statement 1, statement 2, statement n. These are the statements written after if related things. These are continue statement related things. This won't execute. Inside the loop, same. While loop and all those things, for loop, wherever you like it, continue you can use, break statement, you can use it. So this part I will send it to you students as this, how to use it and all, you already understood. And that part I will post it today for you, transfer flow. And let us go to this place now. So what is that concept now? Come on, what is the code, present code, you see the code. What is the code? Read values, dynamic read values. Here I'm going to write it. Values example 1.py. Read values example 1.py. Read values example 1.py. So there I am writing program for reading the values, dynamically, from where? Keyboard. Dynamically from keyboard. Read values example 1.py. Very, very important. So before that, online students carefully listen, students. Everybody need to listen. So coming to the point of it, read values example 1.py. So there, Anjaneyulu, pass is a keyword. I already said to you, pass is a keyword which instructs the PVM and Python compiler to ignore the indentation blocks. Or I said pass is a keyword which is ignoring the indentation block. I said one more answer also. Pass is a keyword which will make the PVM and Python compiler to bypass the indentation block. Simple thing. So such a simple thing, don't expect everything like a spoon feeding in the class. Now I'll go to read values example 1.py. So what should I do now? I will ask you, n is equal to int of input of enter how many number of values you want. 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 Something like this. Look at that case like this. How many number of values you want. How many number of values you want. This is the way I want. Number of values you want. I said 5. 5. This is my input. How many number of values you want? That time I have to say enter first value. Enter first value 100. Enter second value. Second value 120. Enter third value. Third value. I say minus 123. Enter fourth value. Fourth value. I will say Python. Next, enter fifth value. Fifth value. I'll say something like 12.34. Whatever it might be the values you like it, you can enter. But after printing, so content of list is equal to, I need to say 100 comma 120 comma minus 123 comma Python comma and 12 point what 34. This is the data what I want. This is the data what I want. So if I say six elements I want to read dynamically, I want to print it. This is called my outline of the code. Did you understand? This is called a dynamically accepting the data. Let us go to that. That's why I accepted. How many number of values you want? I took it. If n less than or equal to 0, if that is the case, as you know already, is what input? Invalid input. Is invalid input. Dot the format of what? N I will write it. N. I said n. So next I will write it. Else part I will write it. Okay. So else part I am going to write it. Print of invalid input format of n. Else part I said here. In the else part, what I'm going to do it? In the else part, what I'm going to do it? I want to read how many values? 5 means 5 values I want to read. 6 means 6 values I want to read. Like that counter also I'm going to get it. Are you seeing this counter? How do you display? For I in range. So why I'm using for loop? Repeatedly asking enter first value, second value like that. 1 comma n plus 1. If I say 5, 5 plus 1, 6. 1 to 6 means 1 to 6 minus 1, it is 5. What I do? Value is equal to input of, I will say enter, I will say value. Dot format of what? I. Dot format of I. What is the I value? 1. Enter first value. That value I will read it. I value is 2. Enter second value. I value I will read it. Now that value I want preserve into some place. Values are coming. Finally, if I need to hold in some place or not. Where can I hold it? You see my requirement. This is a list. That means I am going to market to buy the 5 vegetables. Before going to the vegetable market, what are you doing? You are taking bag is equal to empty bag you are taking. Why you are taking empty bag? To preserve my values. Understand? So like that, I'm going to take it as what? LST is equal to like that. Or you are writing what? One more thing you can write it. LST is equal to what? LST of. What is this is called? Empty list. Why are you creating empty list? To preserve my values one by one. Suppose if you don't preserve the values one by one, if I print the value, only one value will be printing. Are you following? See, print of value. I'm printing the value immediately. Where I need to print after the loop is over, I'm printing. Print of what value I am saying. What value will print? Last value only will be printed. You see that enter how many values I am saying. Here I am saying 5. I said 5. 100, 200, minus 123, 12.34. Python I am going to say. Last, what is the value printed? Python only printed. But I want to print what? When the value coming, put it into your bag. When the value come, put it into your bag. So that bag is called what here? Empty list. So how do you take care? In this place, create what? Empty list. Or what? LST is equal to what are you doing? List. What is this? Creating. Creating which list? Empty list for storing the values. For storing values. So there I'm going to write it. The moment when value is coming, LST dot what? Append of what? Value. LST dot append of what here? Value. LST dot append of value. After that, I am printing content of LST. Content of LST is equal to dot format of what I am printing LST. I hope you are following me. Let us run this code. See students, enter how many values? 5, 100, 200, 12.34, and say minus 34, and say Python here. See the data. Am I getting everything in that way or not? So what are the values? Everything is taken as string values only taken because I took it as what? Which type? Input type only. STR type only I took it. I did not convert into any of the format. If at all you need that format, what you will do? What you will do? If at all you need to do that, I will write a beautiful logic. Only integer values if you want to take, you can take a beautiful value. What is that? Only integer values if you want, you can take it. That part you can say simply, convert into which type? Int type, and you try to do it. So let us run this now. That time you have to enter only integer values. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, and say 56, and say 123, and say 67, 78, and 134, and say 89, and I'm getting all the values of which type? Integer type. Integer type. You may ask a question, sir, in the middle some different values I will explain. I will tell you with validation by using exception handling. I think you are following me. Other than int, I will explain. Other than int, I will explain what? I will enter what? Floats also I will enter. I will enter numericals also. I will enter alphanumerics also. I will enter some special symbols also. That time I don't want to add. I want to add with only what? Numerical value only I want to add it. You following? So here I am taking only integer values. If at all you want to read float values, you can read it. Not a problem. So I'm going to write it. So how many values you want? Like this: 12.34, 45, and 67, and then minus 34, and then some zero, and I said this kind of thing. I think you are following me. So these values are going to be available here. So here, this is the data, what we got it. So students, this is more clear, I think so. This is more clear how to read the values from the keyboard. Clear or not clear? Yes. Now, this is one logic. One more logic I want to tell you. So here I took it as what? This is the pattern I took it. I got this one. Logic number one. Some more logics, another logic I'm saying. Enter, enter values, enter values, continuously or entering. Continuously I will enter in the bracket, press some symbol at the rate to stop. Press at the rate to stop. You go on entering. Last you press at the rate to stop. How do you do that? 100, 200, 300, 123, 456, 78, and minus 12. And you press what? At the rate. The moment when I press at the rate, I want to stop it. And I want to print what? Content of LST. Content of LST is equal to what? All these values I want to print it. 100 comma, 200 comma, 300 comma, 123 comma. What is that next? 456 comma, 78 comma, minus 12 comma. That's all. These values will be coming. At the rate means I want to stop it. This is also one more kind of logic. This pattern I want. Continuously enter, not just like 5 values reading. Continuously you go on entering. Once you press at the right symbol, any symbol you take it, it is your own choice. Any symbol you press it, it is going to be printing something like stopping that. So shall I move to the further? So how do you do that? Now I'm going to enter into that place. Online students, this is one mechanism. One more mechanism I am going to take up. Carefully try to follow because these are all various patterns you will come across in real world for writing the coding. So here 2.py, 2.py, here I am going to write it. See why students, why some of the students are selected with 30 lakhs and 40 lakhs package. Everybody will not get it. There are two types of jobs will be there. One is the high-end coding jobs, and one more is called what? Modification related maintenance kind of thing. You will stuck up with 8 to 6 lakhs, 7 lakhs, 8 lakhs, below 10 lakhs only. Why some of the people are getting all of a sudden 30 lakhs, 40 lakhs, 50 lakhs and all? Because of high coding skills only. Understand? So not normal coding standard skills. Majority of the people, 70% of the people are working with a normal package only. The 30% of the people will be having high-end package because of the high-end intelligence and high-end coding. And then intelligence will not be coming by birth. Anybody else has to practice it by solving a problem with multiple solutions. That is what is the skill required. Understand? So IITs, NITs, and all those people will go for mm, only coding skills only. They will do it. That coding skills, if you write well, you will be getting high-end package. If not, we will satisfy with the 2 lakhs, 3 lakhs, 4 lakhs, 5 lakhs. Below 10 lakhs only, we will be struggling with. So 2.py. So how to do that? Now I'm going to write the things here. Come on now. This one you see, I'm going to write it. Print off. What should I do? A great logic I'm writing now. This is called entry to the model number 4. Entry to the model number 4. Tell me now. Enter list of values. List of values in the bracket. Press press at the rate to stop. Press at the rate to stop. So this is what I'm going to write it. Press at the rate to stop, saying it like this. So here I'm going to write it. Enter this part. Here you write it. Close this part. Here you write it like this. Now what should I do now? You are going to write it. You are reading the data or not? How do you read? Value is equal to input of you are taking. So this input of without any message, here only we are getting it, input of. But value you are reading, very nice. And what are you doing? Keep it is equal to what? List. LST you are creating. What are you doing there now? LST, list is equal to, list is equal to. Create an empty list. Create an empty list. Empty list. Create an empty list. There it is going to be taken as input of. That value you need to put add to whom? List. So what should I do? LST dot what? Append. Already you know now append, you know? Yes. Append function, so many functions we did. Now students, after this is happening, after appending, what it has to do? It has to go back to this loop or not? It has to go back to read the next input. Go back, go back, go back until this process is taking place. And moreover, before going to append the value, I need to check here. What is that value checking? If a value is equal to symbol called at the rate, symbol called at the rate. If value is equal to symbol called at the rate, what I will do? I will break it. Only break if you use like that, you will get syntax error. Break to be used only inside the loop only. Look at, see that now. What is happening? Syntax error. Break we are using outside the loop. That is without the loop we are using it. It's what I said in my class also. Break statement to be used inside the loop only. Otherwise we get what error? Syntax error. That is an important part. So what should I do? The value you are reading, if the value is equal to at the rate you are breaking, if it is not equal to that and you are appending, after you have to go to where? Loop. Here I need to write the loop. Which loop you will write it? That is a question mark. That is a question mark. Are you following me? Which loop I have to write it? If I want to write a for loop, what should I do? I will write a for variable name is required. In what is required? Iterable object is required. Iterable object is not available. So I will go out of the for loop. For loop I am not taking. What should I do? While loop I need to take it. While loop what is required? Initialization required. In this case, I did not find any initialization. In this case, I did not find any initialization. Obviously, when no initialization is there, student will not prepare immediately the condition. Right or not? and updation will not be there obviously. So what I need some condition which is continuously to be true, which is a continuously to be true. I will write it while I am writing here. I am writing KVR. What is the KVR here? I wrote it. What is the KVR? I wrote it here. KVR is called what? Non-zero value. Non-zero value means what? True only. True. True means what? Execute. Read the data. If the value is equal to at the rate, it will breaking. If it is not equal to, you are appending, and it is going back to where? While loop again. While KVR of, it is also called true. Again read. Continuously it is true until it is going to be stopping. You just say print off. Hello, I am saying. What is happening? Print of KVR while KVR print of hello. What is happening? Infinitely saying hello, 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 it is saying. Try to observe it. See that it is going on printing hello, hello, hello. What is this looping is called continuously true. It doesn't mean that only KVR is written. Not only that. You write 1, 2, 3 also, 1, 2, 3, 4 also. No problem. You see that hello, hello is coming. Why infinitely coming? Because 1, 2, 3, 4 is a non-zero. Non-zero means what? True. You say next is called what? Minus 1, 2, 3, you write it. Minus 1, 2, 3, you write it. Same answer is going to come. I will write it what here? 0, I will write it. 0. What is the 0? False. False means no output will be coming. Only that value, no output will be coming. Simply it is coming out of it. Already 0 means false, So here non-zero means true, 0 means false. In generalized discussion, I can write what? True. I can also write directly Boolean value false. Whenever I write false, no output will be coming. Whenever I write true here, in general, I am writing true. In general, I am writing true. It is a continuously saying hello, hello only. Are you able to follow? So if you want to go to any infinite loop, what I will write? While any non-zero value, which is a true only, in general, I will write it as what? True. Inside of the true, what I will do? Read the value. How do you read the value now? Already said input of if value is equal to what? At the rate symbol. At the rate symbol, you say simply what? Break. Simply say break. Here you write it. I am writing here print of, sorry, what is this now? LST dot, what is this now? Append of value I am saying. Once I press this value, it is coming to where other statement in the program. What I will do now? Print of list of elements. List of elements is equal to, I say here called what? LST. Try to run this code. Try to run this code. Observe it now. Enter how many values? 12, 34, minus 23, 1.2, and 34, 56. In the Python, and I will say at the rate symbol. What is happening? Is it not list of elements coming or not? Is it not list of elements coming or not? So coming to the list of elements is coming. Clear or not clear? Clear. So finally, not only these values, dynamic values, anything you enter, Python, Java, C, C++, and HTML, and next is called Bootstrap, and next is called what 123, and at the rate symbol, you got the same data here. Clear or not clear? Clear. So finally, we are understanding how to read the values dynamically. Suppose if you want to read only floating point values, integer values, during the appending time, you can write simply what? Float of value you say. Convert that value and put it into this format. Are you following? So let us run this now. I am entering something like 12 and 2.3 and 45.67 and then minus 5.6 and minus 12 and then 6.7 minus 6.7 and say at the rate symbol, it is going to stop it. Are you following me? You may ask a question. Sir, I will enter other than this. What will do? That time I will deal with the exception handling concept. That part I will take care of it. Are you able to understand? This is a dynamically reading the values. Online students, is it clear now? Is this concept is clear to everybody? So I hope students, it is more clear, I think so. Now I'm entering into the fourth level examples. In this case, while loop completed, for loop completed, if conditions completed, break and continue also over. I'll go for some more examples, right? Right down. Write a Python program, write a Python program, write a Python program, which will accept a list of values, which will accept a list of numerical 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 values, and find their, and find their, and find their, find their sum and average, find their sum and average, find their sum and average, find their sum and average. So how to find the sum and average? We need to get what values? Dynamically, we need to get the values. So how do you take the dynamic values? Either by using that or read values one. Whichever you like it, you can take it. So let us go for finding, entering into this area here. I will go for example. So I'm writing dynamic values sum. I'm going to give you the file name here. Dynamic, dynamic values sum, values sum example 1.py. So here I'm going to take up, this is a one program for accepting, accepting list of values, list of values from keyboard and find their sum and what? AVG. Find their sum and AVG. What is this now? I will carry this concept as it is. So I'm going to take up as it is, I will carry. I think no more confusions. Any confusion? With this, I'm going to read the list of values. Let us run. Once you run, I'll say something like 5, 10, 20, 10, 20, 30, 40, and then 50. So I got the list of values. This list of values, I want to find what? Sum. How do you find the list of values? Sum I want to find out. How do you do that? Very, very easy. I already said when list of values are there with me, how to find the sum. Code for finding, code for finding what? Sum and average of what? Code for finding sum and average of what? List of elements. List of elements. How do you go for it? S is equal to 0. I already said students again and again I don't say. First value added with 0, 10 only. Second value added with the previous one, it is a 30. 30 will be added with the previous sum. This type of coding I already set. For value in LST, for value in LST, what is the value in LST? 10 will be coming. Add that value, S is equal to S plus what? Value, S plus value. I am writing else part here. Print of what? Sum is equal to, and I am writing here dot format of what? I say S. Try to run this code. Try to run this code and say 5, 10, 20, 10, 20, 30, and then 40, and then 50. I got my value. Sum is equal to what? 150. So I got the 150. At the same time, average I want to find. How to print the average? Print off. See the students, this part already I said to you. This part is said separately. This is only the separately I am going to check. Very, very important. At looping level, what will be the hacker ranking related things we are talking here? Print off. What is this now? Average is equal to. Average is equal to what should I do? Dot format of what? S by LEN of LST. What is the LEN of LST? Number of values present in the list. Number of values present in the list. S by number of values present in the list. Execute that and see this now. I'm going to get it. So here 5, 10, 20, 30, 40, and then 50. And I got the data. 150 by how many values? 5, which is called what? 30. So I hope students, you got it and you got this content and print of this data and done. And students, I say here, I'm writing here, I hope you got it. You enter whatever you like it, some 5, 1.3, and some 34.56, 12.45, and then 5.6, and then 7.8. I got my total sum and I got the average. Clear up? Any more online students? I hope it is more clear. Is it clear, students? Any more doubts? Any more doubts you have? Quickly. Any more doubts? No, you will not have any doubts. But my doubt is, of course, this is already addressed. Right? My doubt is like this. Very danger doubt. My doubts are already very danger. 10, 20, 30, minus 10 and minus 20. What is the sum, students? What is the sum actually? 0. 0. 0 by how many? 4. How much is the average? 0. 0. Right or not? That is okay. Next I'm going to find out how many numbers you want. How many numbers you want? 0. So 0 is a invalid input. This case, it is going to be okay. Perfect. Now the same example, when I go to read values 2, read values 2. Are you following me? Read values 2. In the read values 2, what is happening? When I don't enter anything, beginning, if I do it, I'll do that also. I'll do that also. Dynamic values sum.py. This is a very important logic intelligence. This is called, and how well you will write the coding, how well people likes your intelligence in the coding. I just want to talk about it. This code is there. This code is there. This I will carry under where dynamic values number 2. First of all, I will carry this logic under that. Here I will carry first of all. So dynamic values example 1. This question and everything I will carry. First of all, I will carry that. This is 2.py. This is the values we got it. After finishing that, here I am going to write it. Print of this entire thing. List of values we got it. Then later I want to do what? This logic code for this you are writing. This well, this place. Reading values is same. I am not disturbing. I am writing the coding related to this place I am going to take up. So here I am writing take care. So for loop, else part I am writing. This else part I am writing. For loop related else part I am writing. So here print statement and coming to this place. Any indentation, take care. Now got the data. Try to run it. So here also what I do 10, 20, 30, 40, and then 50 at the rate symbol I am going to write it. So got the perfect answer. Okay. Now let us take it 10, 20, minus 10, minus 20 also at the rate symbol. So I also got the output. That's nice. Now beginning only I'm saying this one. Beginning only I'm saying like that. What will be the output of that? Come on, beginning my input is like that. What will be the list of elements? Empty. Why? You created empty or not? Beginning it is a breaking. It is the empty. That time what is the S value? 0. 0. 0 for loop is false. Sum is printed what? 0. What is the average? S by. What is the 0 by? LEN of LST? 0. 0 by anything 0 is called what? Come on. zero division error. Already I explained in the loops, sorry, in the slash operator I explained. Zero division error. See that you press enter key, you got zero division error. So this is called an exception. So this point you have to keep it in the mind. Sir, how to do this now? This is an important. How to do that now? Here I need to take it. Here I need to take it. Very, very important thing I'm going to write it. Here I'm going to write it. What is that now? If, what is that? LN of what? LST greater than what? 0. Then you calculate what? You calculate like that. Or if at all you are interested, you calculate like this. Otherwise, you say simply what? This part only you keep it. Are you able to follow? Try to run this now. Say here, at the rate symbol, you say only sum is coming, list is empty. Is it clear? Because of this type of good logics, good intelligence coding, if you write, it is called your increasing your packages. That is economically you are getting benefited. So intelligence will be coming only because of the coding only. So this is what I wrote it. You enter the next values also 10, 20, 30, 40, no problem. Output is coming at the rate symbol. I'm getting the output. List is greater than 0 now. LDNST 4. 4 greater than 0. Find the average. Getting or not? So this will work out for all the levels. If this is the case, only list is empty, sum is 0. So this case, I am going to eliminate that zero division error. I hope you are following me. So this is another example I said. Students, so there is some issue in the electricity board outside in our classroom. There is some electricity work is there. So I'll stop my class even some 8:34, 8:35 now. Only 5 minutes time. For next class, they want to rectify that electricity problem in my class. I'll stop my class and tomorrow class I will continue the continuation of another example. Level 4 example started. I'll continue the level 4 examples. Okay now? So level 4 example when I am introducing, I'll introduce inner loops concept also tomorrow. Inner loops concept also I will go for discussing it. So tomorrow class, don't miss it. Very, very important discussion in the class. Thank you. All the best. Online students, today there is no doubts. Today there is no doubts. Tomorrow class will clarify any doubts are there. Thank you.